that His holy name would be attributed to this blasphemous celebration. Christmas. Do you know what it means? Christ Mass. Christ Mass. You know what that is? That's a high Mass of the Roman Catholic Church. Do you know what Mass is? It's where they take the Eucharist. Do you know what the Eucharist is? It's this idolatrous rendition, pagan rendition of the Lord's Supper, where they believe that the priest has the power to transubstantiate that bread, that wafer, and that cup into the literal body and blood of the Lord Jesus Christ, and He's sacrificing Him again before the eyes of all the people. Do you know what that idolatrous supper called the Mass? Do you know historically what that was? Historically speaking, from the time of the Reformation, coming out of the Dark Ages, over 1,000 years of this abomination. Coming out of this is what the Reformers, this is what truly converted, though many of them did not have much light. Listen, some of them were Roman Catholic priests themselves. Martin Luther, John Calvin, John Knox. In the Catholic Church, clergymen of the Catholic Church. They're in darkness, utter darkness, truly. Utter darkness, but then they began seeing many things. God was showing them many things. Many of these men were actually converted. Many got truly converted through them. And there was a Reformation, and there was an end of the Dark Ages, though not perfectly in many instances. There was never an end of the Dark Ages that had already been before the Catholic Church from the first century backsliding and apostasy, which is recorded in the book of Jude. And we've yet to return to that light of the first century church recorded in the book of Acts. We're still in the Dark Ages. But the Dark Ages, properly so called, this darkness of the Roman Catholic Church, that came to a grinding halt, and guess what? Millions shed their blood for hundreds of years because they would not bow the knee to this idolatrous Mass. They would not take the name of the Lord in vain. They feared God. You know what every false Christian this side of hell in our generation is doing? Justifying themselves around every corner. That they can celebrate the Mass. That which martyrs, the blood of martyrs was shed to abominate because they wouldn't bow the knee.